So what will the next 4 years bring? President-elect Joe Biden says he's moving ahead and reviewing President Trump's tough China policies. But if you believe one Chinese professor, expect a much softer approach to the rising threat of a communist powerhouse.
大家发现没有？所有的危机，不管是银河号事件还是
No matter what kind of crises we encountered, things were solved in no time. We fixed everything in 2 months. What is the reason? I'm going to throw out something maybe a little bit explosive here.
Just 3 weeks after the election, this video of Chinese professor Di Dongshang at an event in Shanghai went viral.
就是因为咱们上辈
It's just because we have people at the top of America's core inner circle of power and influence. We have our old friends.
The video runs nearly 20 minutes.
但现在呢？
Biden is back. Our old game is back. You all heard that Trump said Biden's son has securities companies all over the world. But who helped Biden's son build his global companies?
In particular, you mentioned Wall Street and the core of power in the United States, these elites, he called them, and China had a pipeline to them and controlled them. Unfortunately, he said in 2016, when Donald Trump came in, his quote was, "Wall Street couldn't fix Trump." Donald Trump was impervious to the elites.
It was quickly removed by China's social media platforms.
Di Dongshang, who says, look, we're looking forward to the return of American elites because we know that we can force them to do what we want. So we know they're not afraid of Biden. And because of that, they could try to do something that would force Biden to react. This means that this is a very dangerous time we're coming at, because Beijing might think that they can push the White House around.
It was pretty interesting dealing with with President Trump, because at times his discussions with President Xi, with Kim Jong-un, and also with Putin, they were positive in terms of the personal diplomacy, but the policies were much tougher than the personal diplomacy. And we may have the opposite here. Talk is a little tougher, but the policies may not be as strong.
In fact, Biden seemed to downplay China's threat on the campaign trail.
China is going to eat our lunch? Come on, man. I mean, they're not bad folks, but guess what? They're not a competition for us.
That soft tone concerns many who feel they are bad folks and a big threat, especially as President Xi clenches the iron fist of communism around his own people.
Really, we're on the precipice of a 21st century Cold War with China. It's not going to look like the 20th century Cold War with the Soviet Union, but the one similarity is that we are really the antithesis of one another in the realm of ideas. We stand for freedom and democracy and everything that's enshrined in the Constitution and Bill of Rights, and the Chinese don't. And what scares Xi Jinping the most is what we've got, democracy.
I want to make sure that the American people are clear on the threat so that they can hold whoever holds these important national security positions is held accountable.
The next administration will surely face growing concerns about China's aggressive outreach and expansion.
China usually tests new American presidents. Now, they didn't test President Trump, and I think they didn't do it because I think they were scared of him, but they're not scared of Biden.
I think it's important for our politicians to call out China for what they are, militarizing the South China Sea, trampling on human rights in Hong Kong, threatening war in Taiwan, concealing the outbreak and the severity of the coronavirus, full-throttled espionage against us and our allies.
Unless Joe Biden has a complete change to his last incarnation as vice president in his attitude towards China, I think we're going to see a more aggressive China.
Joe Biden has traditionally been very soft with regards to Beijing. He's said repeatedly that a stronger China is a better China. He believes that a more powerful China will benefit the United States. That is certainly not a consensus view in Washington anymore. It's not even a view that Barack Obama had But the question now becomes, when he is the most powerful man in Washington, what is he going to do? We're going to see a reversal of a lot of the tough policies that were necessary, that were implemented by the Trump administration, that were designed to check the rise of China and growing Chinese power around the world.
To many, President Xi's rule of China feels like a communist throwback. That isn't just the concern of the people who live there, but the whole world should be on alert. That's when we come back.